What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another edition of Budget Breaks. And at Budget Breaks, there's nothing we like more than a good deal. And there's, not a lot of deals out there better than a Fairfield pack. And I've got a couple of these today, a basketball and a baseball one. Thought I'd take a look and compare the two and kind of see what maybe is the best value. It's interesting because the basketball, the best I can tell, can only be purchased at Target, whereas the baseball, like the football, can only be purchased at Walgreens. I kind of stay away from the football because in my experiences, there's really nothing in there worth having. With basketball, it's mostly when I find you get a lot of cards from the 90s of guys. You get a lot of Karl Malones is kind of the best way to say it. With baseball, a lot of your better cards are more current. You get a lot of all-stars from modern day. Typically, there's nothing overwhelmingly amazing in these. I have gotten a couple of pretty decent cards in the past, a couple of pretty good rookies. No 1 in 4 contain a hit, they say. I've never gotten a great hit out of them. But, I've gotten some decent rookie cards, including a Mike Trout, so I can't really be overwhelmingly critical of them. For $7.99 a piece, I feel like it's a lot of fun to open them and, kind of am impressed sometimes by what I get. So I thought today we'll take a look at both and see what we have. We'll start with the basketball since there's fewer of those. Always, these are a chore and a half to open. That never stops. But we can get in there and get these out. These also come with one pack. Typically that pack is junk. Like, for example, I am going to guess, yep, complete. That's exactly what I would have guessed for the basketball. It is one pack of complete. And in my personal opinion, there are a few cards out there that are more of an eyesore than complete. So I'll have those to open there at the end. But starting off with the basketball, the cover card was a Julius Erving card. I'm assuming this is a reprint. This is not. Wow. This is a 1981 Topps Julius Erving card. Obviously way off center, dinged up corner. It's not. Let me look at the top. The top barely almost cut the Topps part off. I'm sure that's why that's in here, but I don't have any Julius Erving cards from the 80s. So right there, just having that alone is really cool. Let's see what else we have. We have Skybox, David Greenwood. 1990 Skybox was the very first cards I ever had a complete box of. So these hold a somewhat special place in my heart. 97-98 Fleer, Glenn Robinson. Sticking to the card behind it here. We've got a John Paxson from Topps. It's a Topps Gold John Paxson. Ooh, super fancy. Well, right here, Allen Iverson. A Allen Iverson Upper Deck Choice Starquest card. Like I said, these Fairfield packs have a lot of guys from the 90s that if you grew up at the same time I did, you definitely remember. Frank Burkowski, not one of those guys. I remember him just fine, but not well. Chris Smith, a rookie card of a guy I do not know. There's an Alvin Robertson card from Skybox. A Charles Smith Fleer 90. I have a lot of Fleer 90 from back when I was a kid. A classic 4-sport Arturas Karnishinovas, maybe? I don't know. Don't know who he is. Never heard of him. We've got a Felton Spencer Topps card there, and a Reggie Williams. That's from 93-94 Topps. Right here, Jason Kidd. Do not know All Sport Plus. I mean, you could look at the jersey and tell there's something weird going on here. The scoreboard ink. I don't know this brand, but it is a 90s Jason Kidd card. We have a Brian Williams, Ola Abdenabi, Robert Ory, Big Shot Bob, Al Horford. Okay, see, here's a moderately new card. This is 2012 Al Horford. In these basketball packages, you rarely get modern players. In the baseball, you'll get a whole run of them, so it's kind of interesting. Xavier McDaniel, checklist. Michael Woodson, NBA Hoops. Mark Akers. I don't know why I'm trying to zoom in. I don't know if anyone's overwhelmingly dying to see a Mark Akers card. Bernard King, definitely scuffed at the bottom. Matt Windstrom, nothing there. Sarunas Marciulionis, the guy who I've heard many people say brought the Eurostep to the NBA. I heard the Oklahoma City Thunder broadcast team talking about that just the other night about Marciulionis. Mike Brown. Hubert Davis, rookie card, 92-93 Fleer. It's a first-round pick card of Adam Keefe of the Hawks. Jack Haley, 92-93 Fleer card. Topps Mark Eaton. Here's a Earl Boykins rookie exclusives from Upper Deck. A Othello Harrington Topps. Here's Tyrone Hill. Robert Traylor. Back to Skybox, Craig Elo. Here's Walt Williams Topps card. Rod Strickland. Shandon Anderson. It's weird because all these names are just like my youth. Chuck Person, the Rifleman. I have Liddell Eccles for the Bullets. Now the Wizards. So that's another thing you'll notice about the baseball as opposed to the basketball. The baseball, you'll have a run of the same brand of card a lot in a row. That doesn't happen so much in basketball. My goodness. That is just shredded. This Mark Jackson Clippers card. Obviously, that was stuck to whatever pack it was in. Pretty cool looking Charles Oakley from Stadium Club. Here's a Stu Jackson. That's the coach of the Knicks. Anthony Peeler of the Lakers. Jermaine O'Neal, NBA Hoops. Tari Phillips. Okay, that's a new one. I've never gotten a WNBA card on one of these before. This is my very first WNBA card I have ever owned. Michael Cooper. Rolando Blackman. And WNBA card number 2, Franthea Price, Sacramento Monarchs. Bill Cartwright, Fred Roberts. Right here, Hakeem Olajuwon. This is what I'm talking about. The beauty of the basketball is you'll hit cards like these. NBA, like definite Hall of Famers. You'll get Barkleys a lot, Karl Malone's, but mostly guys in the 90s. I've gotten a Jordan once, but it was an insert card, wasn't a regular card. That's where the basketball kind of is better than the baseball, in my opinion, because baseball, I feel like, is way more kind of, for lack of a better term, junk, where basketball, I don't feel like has as much. Brad Daugherty All-Star card, Ron Harper, George McLeod, it's the Mark Jackson card with the Menendez brothers in the background. You know, everyone wants one of these. I probably have 1,000 of them at this point, but this is a card that people are really into at the moment, and there they are. Lyle and Eric Menendez, photographed courtside shortly after killing their parents. I don't know why I'm laughing at that. That's not a funny thing. It's just a weird thing that exists for whatever reason. Here's another guy you'll find a lot in these, Clyde Drexler, another Hall of Famer. Definitely from the hairline at the end of the career for Clyde. Jerome Mosio, Fleer Platinum. Familiar with this, 2001. Not familiar with that at all. Sherman Douglas, Stadium Club. Mahmoud Abdul Rauf. Before there was Colin Kaepernick, there was Mahmoud Abdul Rauf refusing to stand for the national anthem. Kind of set the precedent for those to come. Bowman's best card there. Got a Vlade Divac for the Hornets. There's Ralph Sampson, 92 Upper Deck. Tracy Murray. Aaron Swinson, I've never heard of. Antonio McDyess out of the University of Alabama. There's another Mark Jackson card, but no Menendez brother inside on this one. Here is a Mark Price Upper Deck card. Enid, Oklahoma zone. Not a lot of NBA players out of the state of Oklahoma. Mark Price, one of them. Brad Davis. Vernon Maxwell. Another Brad Daugherty card. Well, there's a football card for whatever reason. There's a Hubert Davis, and then we have a Rick Meyer classic collection. Guy was like the number 2 pick in the NFL draft coming out of Notre Dame. Yep, number 2 by Seattle. Rick Meyer card, for some reason, in this basketball set. John Sally. There's Otis Thorpe. Lenny Wilkins. Kevin Johnson. I think the mayor of Phoenix now, if I'm not mistaken. And then finally, an Al Jefferson Fleer Tradition card from 2004. So, like I said, basically what I expected. I got a lot of guys who were big-time players in the 90s, maybe the early 2000s. That's kind of what you get with these Fairfield packs for basketball, which is why I kind of like them. I even got a 1981 Dr. J card, so even if it was cut about as poorly as humanly possible. If I can get this complete package open. Like I said earlier, I think these complete cards are the ugliest cards I have seen since getting back into collecting, but we'll take a look. Cristiano Felicio, Derek Williams, Etuan Moore, Ian Mahimi, and Kent Bazemore. 5 cards to a pack, and I don't know if I could have possibly had a worse selection of cards than I had there. All right, moving on. Here is the baseball. 100 cards in this one, different than the 75 for basketball. Let's see what we got in here. I may try to speed through these a little bit faster than I did with basketball because these are kind of, turned in all different ways. So it's kind of best to kind of move on. The pack in this, of course, is something terrible. It is, let's see, it's Donruss. It's 91, I think. I can't really... No, it is not. It is 89. I don't know. I'll take a look at it when it's done. This is just one of those mass-produced cards, pack of cards that you get in all these. So we'll take a look at that here in a second. And we will start off with a Topps Chrome Rick Porcello. A Cabrera, Hamilton, Granderson 2012 AL Home Run Leaders from 2013 Topps. Miguel Cabrera. Buster Posey, Alex Rodriguez. Like I said, the baseball have better current players, whereas the basketball have your more Hall of Famers. Here's Enrique Hernandez, Jason Grilli, Travis Wood, Scott Van Slyke, who apparently played in the All-Star game in 2016. I have no idea how I don't remember that. Seems like something that we would all remember. Scott Van Slyke making the All-Star game. Here's a 2013 Andrew McCutchen. Jared Eichhoff. This is from 2016 Topps. It's a rookie. Ben Revere from 2016. Dominic Brown, 2016 Topps. Here's the Yankees team card from 2016 Topps. A Travis Janikowski rookie card from 16 Topps. Janikowski had a pretty decent year last year, if memory serves. I believe this is 89 score. Yep, 89 score. Spike Owen, Pete O'Brien. 88 score. Steve Lake, Wally Joyner. Wally Joyner up in here looking like Matthew Broderick. John Dobson. Hey, a hit. Don't know who he is, but Willie Abreu on-card autograph. 102 out of 349, the 18 and under national team. This is from, don't know when this is from. It's not, there's no date on it. I'm guessing around 2013. I am not familiar with Abreu, but when I'm done here, I'll have to look him up, see if he's doing anything in the minors or if he was ever even drafted or not. But anytime you get a hit, one of these, it's just a happy plus. Greg Litton, Mike Jackson and Scott Bradley from 88 score. Greg Cataray from 89 score. Here's a Hensley Mullins. You'll come across a lot of Hensley Mullins in these. 89 Fleer. 90 score Brent Main. John Cerruti from 91 Donruss. Gary Lucas, 83 Fleer? Nope, 81 Fleer. That's another thing I like about these. Even though Gary Lucas is not anyone I've ever heard of, I never had 81 Fleer cards in my life. I mean, I was born in 79, so I didn't really start collecting until about 87. So I never saw these cards before. Tom Filer from 86 Fleer. There's Dennis Lamp, 81 Fleer, 90 Fleer. Jose Guzman from 91 Tops, I believe. Jeff Houston from 90 Upper Deck. Kirk McCaskill. Mickey Tettleton from Tops. It's probably 96. Chad Kruder. Mike Moore from 92 Upper Deck. There's a Pinnacle, Dave Henderson. Rick Bassetti from 81 Fleer, as well as Keith Drumright. It's 1991 Tops, Jeff Facero. Donnie, I don't know who Donnie Leshnick was. Troy Percival, Fleer Ultra card. Devon White from 91 Donruss. Stillwell, and then we got some more modern cards here. James Shields. This is 2013 Tops. Elvis Andrews. Oh well. Doesn't want to focus in. Brian McCann. Just came back to the Braves this year. Another James Shields and a Starling Marte. Jesse Orosco from 92 Donruss. John Flaherty, Collector's Choice. This is 89 Donruss, Randy Bush. It's another beauty of this is just a variety of different brands and years that you get with these boxes. Stuff that you may have never seen before, wouldn't have had the opportunity to see. Now you do. Like John Hope. Would have never known he existed had it not been for this. There's another Wally Joyner. Bowman. 91, I believe. Yep. We've got a Braves. Looks like a Prospects card from 2000. As a Braves fan myself, they bring back memories of Lombard and Bruce Chin for sure. Adam Butler, I do not know. George Hendrick. Here's a Bob Horner 1978 first-round draft pick from 86 Tops. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Javi Lopez, another former Brave. Fred McGriff. This is a nice little Braves box here. Mike Bordick. Rick Ankiel. Fleer Tradition. This has got to be early 2000s, I believe. 1999, it looks like. We got Orlando Merced, Jose Offerman, Matt Noakes, Jimmy Haynes, 2002 Rich Aurelia. Not sure why that's blacked out at the bottom. I guess that's how it's made. Larry Sheets, Al Martin, rookie prospect. Then we're down to the last group here. Got a 84 Tops Steve Carlton insert card. Vince Coleman, OPC Premier. Bud Black, same set. Some of these names are so much nothing that I can just speed through it. I like to be thorough here, but Frank Pastor and Alejandro Pena from 86 Fleer, not setting the world on fire. Back-to-back Tim Burke cards because we definitely need those. Bob James. Baseball players in the 80s looked as unathletic as humanly possible. Ryan Thompson, that card's all kind of mangled. There's a Dusty Baker from 86 Fleer. And a Jesse Orosco. Doug Sisk. Carney Lansford. Tim Leary, Lance Blankenship, Otis Nixon. Hey, Pat Mahomes. I bet in 1992 he had no idea his son would be far more famous than he ever became. But hey, here's the rookie card. Charlie Hayes, Willie Wilson, and Valerio de los Santos. Real quick, let's take a look at what we have here for this Donruss pack. It's going to be a bunch of junk, I can pretty much guarantee you. There's a puzzle. This is 88 Donruss. Got Andy Van Slyke, MVP, which I'm not sure if 88 is as bad as like 1991 Donruss. Man, I cannot get that to focus. The camera hates 1988 Donruss just as much. Danny Jackson. Oh well. Mark Eichhorn, Dick Schofield, Tony Fernandez, Diamond King, Tim Burke, Gary Pettis, Garth Iorg, always interested by that name, Terry McGriff, Pat Clements, Greg Gross, Steve Trout, Andres Thomas, Brooke Jacoby, and Mike Morgan. There you have it. That is the comparison. Your Fairfield basketball box versus the baseball box for $7.99. It's always fun just to break into and take a look. I mean, I'm looking for stuff that I can really get on a budget, and those are always things that are always affordable no matter what. So, hey, I even got this numbered Willie Abreu autograph. So, don't know who Willie Abreu is, but who knows? He could be a very highly rated prospect in somebody's system. All right, that's going to do it for this episode. I may do another one of these comparisons coming up, but until then, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.